If you're considering selling your home, you may be wondering whether or not you should sell your property as is, and whether or not that's the right choice for you. In this video, we'll discuss the pros and the cons of selling your property without any repairs or renovations. Here's the truth about selling your home as is and what you need to know. So let's first discuss what we're talking about when we say no renovations, no repairs, and selling the home as is. Some examples of that is you may have really terrible and dated carpet or wood floors that have just seen better days. Another example is a heating and air conditioning system that may need to be serviced or replaced, and you just don't want to go through the hassle of doing it. One of the benefits to selling a property as is that the buyer gets to do all the repairs and all the maintenance, and they get to pick and choose the finishes and the trim that best suits their style. So when you're considering selling your property as is, this is a trade-off that you have to consider. So as a potential home seller, some of the pros of selling your property without doing the repairs and renovations is the cost that goes into that. So if you're gonna replace your carpet, or you have to refinish your hardwood floors, or there's an outdated system that maybe just isn't functioning the way it's supposed to, like that leaky roof that should have gotten replaced a lot longer ago. If you don't wanna spend the money and invest it up front, the benefit to you is the lack of knowing whether or not it's actually worth it to do those repairs. Are you gonna get a return on your investment? So some of the pros involve the financial aspect. Another pro that definitely helps homeowners out there is the time and the stress that goes into doing renovations and repairs. Do you really want to have handymen all throughout your house working on things, banging hammers while you currently live there? If that's not your style, the time and the stress that goes along with doing repairs is something you may want to avoid entirely. Some of the cons to selling your property as is you may have a tougher time finding a buyer who's willing to take on a project. In general, buyers are willing to pay a premium for properties that are in excellent condition and there's no deferred maintenance. So selling your property as is to a buyer may alienate some of the people out there willing to do the extra work. Also, it's important to note that because of the fact that you know that the roof is leaking or the heating and air conditioning system is outdated or maybe not working, you still have to disclose to the buyer the things that you're aware of that's wrong with the property. So selling your property without doing those repairs and renovations doesn't mean you're gonna get away with it, and it also may have an effect on the final sale price. I'm curious, have you had any experience buying a property as is, or even selling one because you just didn't want to do the work? Leave us a comment or question down below because we want to hear from you. At the end of the day, what's most important to know is there's benefits and also cons to you selling a property as is. Make sure you work with a quality real estate professional that can lead you and guide you to make a good, educated decision around whether or not you should do those repairs or not. I'm Steve Nader at Beach Team Real Estate. Be sure to subscribe or follow us at My Beach Team for more great real estate tips and tricks.